Welcome to Trendy Flix, your ultimate destination for the latest in movies, TV shows, and streaming trends. Subscribe now and stay ahead of the entertainment curve.
MLS is exploring a calendar overhaul. The case for and against change is clear. MLS is exploring a calendar overhaul. The case for and against change is clear. All of that, multiple sources told Yahoo Sports, represents a primary reason MLS decision-makers are considering an overhaul. As The Athletic reported last month, league officials have engaged with franchise owners and clubs to gauge the feasibility in appeal of flipping the MLS calendar, of starting seasons in August, not February, finishing in the spring, not the fall, and aligning with most of European and global soccer. The potential changes will be a key agenda item when the League Sporting and Competition Committee meets November 20th to 21st in Los Angeles, sources said. A decision, to flip, or to stick with the current calendar, will likely have to be made by April or May of 2025. That's because 2026, when the World Cup would interrupt MLS play for over a month, is seen as the perfect opportunity to make the leap. Among club sporting directors and soccer executives, there is broad support for the overhaul. This is a no-brainer, Columbus Crew coach Wilfried Nancy said. But among team owners and business execs, opinions are split or still equivocal, sources said. Any change would have to be recommended by the league office, then approved via vote by the Board of Governors, the owners. At this stage, which is still an exploratory stage, one top club official told Yahoo Sports that the probability of change is 50% at best. And any change, no matter the specifics, would require compromises and trade-offs among the league's 30 franchises, sources explained. Some, namely those in cold-weather cities, like Minnesota and Montreal, will need to be convinced that the long-term benefits of flipping the calendar outweigh what they believe would be an immediate revenue dip. Reason for change number 1, uninterrupted playoff exposure. The MLS calendar was built from spring to fall in large part to maximize match attendance. Back in the 1990s, when the league formed, most clubs were low-tier tenants in football stadiums. They had scheduling flexibility only in the spring and summer. And besides, that's when weather was best, that's also when there was less competition from major U.S. sports for eyeballs and media exposure. In subsequent decades, both the 2000s and 2010s, MLS entertained the thought of a change, but never got close to making one. Now the league is conducting research and discussing the possibility with top execs at each club, for two main reasons. 1. The playoffs, which must attract new audiences and drive broadcast deals for the league to grow, currently get drowned out by the NFL and college football. They also conflict with MLB's World Series and the NBA. And, as currently constructed, there is no good way to fit all 4 rounds between international breaks, the windows in which FIFA requires clubs to release players to their national teams. There are 3 such windows, spanning 9 days each, in early September, mid-October and mid-November, one every 5th week, on the current FIFA calendar. MLS often, controversially, plays through the FIFA breaks in March, June and September, but, rightly, concludes it can't force teams to contest playoff games without their stars. So, the playoffs go on hiatus from November 11th until November 23rd, after round 1, and lose significant momentum. Much of that, of course, is a problem of the league's own making. MLS has